Hello, listeners. Welcome back to the show. Nick here with a quick episode just to explain to you the rebrand. So you will have noticed from the intro, we have rebranded the Ladies in Business podcast to be Tradie Wife Life. And there was a couple of reasons for this that I wanted to share with you so you all had an understanding of why we have changed direction a little bit. First and foremost, this is my story. I'm a builder's wife, a fellow tradie wife. Lots of our listeners were also tradie wives, and I'm a business owner. So the initial decision-making process, I guess, was about encouraging other business owners. However, my target audience, of course, was always my fellow tradie wives, as they play a really big part in my business journey. And, through feeling really isolated and alone in my early part of being a tradie wife, I wanted to work towards bringing more of us together and having the opportunity to share some of the commonalities that we all have in business and generally our journey. Most of us kind of arrive at this destination without it ever being a career progression that is thought about. And so that brings about a unique set of challenges. And so I guess when we were talking about it at the end of last year and the direction for Tradies in Business this year and what we wanted to do with our 3 podcasts, Ladies in Business came up, and it just wasn't quite sitting right with me. It wasn't quite comfortable to be the Ladies in Business podcast. And so we decided that we would rebrand and speak to where I'm at. I'm a tradie wife, first and foremost. And the Tradie Wives podcast, or Tradie Wife Life, is very much about working through the journey that is Tradie Wife Life. It's not like any other career that I have ever come across. It is a journey, and it generally starts with just helping out, and usually, hopefully, turns into something that becomes a natural career progression for you, and helps you become a business owner rather than just helping out, which is something that we all do, I guess, in the beginning, or most of us do in the beginning. So with that, the content's going to change a little bit. We will still be having absolutely fantastic guests. There are amazing people all over this business space that have so much to share. So we will be sharing lots of guest interviews still. Our aim is to hit one a fortnight, once a week even with the episode. So there's a lot of content that we can share with you. We'll have occasional episodes where it's just me on my own. But for the most part, we'll be looking at guests. We will also have a section of the podcast that will be for my fellow tradie wives. So great opportunity for me to share other stories and journeys about how they came to be where they are currently in their tradie wife business life. For some of them, they will have been in business for quite some time, be well established, have created a career, and be a fellow business owner. And some will be very new and only just starting out. There is as much to learn from someone starting out as there is from someone who has been in business for a very long period of time. And that is because we all approach our journeys very differently. And I will also have a very special guest joining me from time to time to share, I guess, the male point of view. Now, I don't think we can get away from some of the stereotypical norms, particularly with a podcast called Tradie Wife Life. And most of you fall into this position. Some of you might be administration support, etc., and have created a career pathway and therefore found the podcast. And for most of you, you will be a tradie wife who fell into it. And many of us scratch our heads, I know I have for a long time, about how it is that our men think. It's really confusing. And I'm really fortunate to have an inside view, and I'm able to share a lot of the lessons that I've learned and a lot of the very hard learnings I've stumbled across. But I also have a fantastic business partner at Tradies in Business, Warwick Bidwell, who will occasionally be joining me as we sort of delve into some of the male thinking that might leave us a bit bamboozled. So great opportunity to see what the other half are thinking. And as always, there are learnings for us in that. So I hope that you continue to join me on this Tradie Wife Life journey as my career takes its own pathway and allows me to share with you more of what I have learned along the way. We will do lots about marketing. We will talk about your position in the business, the role, the value of a position description and how that can increase the certainty in your role. I'll share some of my stories about my failings. I will share some of my stories about some of my successes, as uncomfortable as that might be for me. But I'll share lots of tips and tricks too that we ordinarily share with our clients. And many of our clients will be joining us on the show. to talk about their journey, where they've been, how they've come to be, and what is next for them. As well as the experts, there are many experts that we have lined up over the next couple of months that will be joining us to impart some of their wisdom and their knowledge. And many of them have fantastic journeys of their own within their businesses that I'm sure you will enjoy as well. So please hang in there. Join us as we start to explore my Tradie Wife Life podcast. I appreciate you being here, and I thank you for joining us on the journey.